Oh, hey, how you doing? Good, thanks.
So, David did this.
Winnicott family, Ani Dolan scholarship, Goldie and Irving Whiteway scholarship, men's sister, so this five. Is it five? Goldie and Irving Whiteway scholarship.
Plus. Plus. No, but that was. Services plus. That's what they chose.
Shalom Aleichem. Oh, that's Friday night. And not even tomorrow night.
I'm just resting.
So it's the Blue Books tonight, just in case you're confused. It's Yom Tov tonight, so it's Blue Books. Shabbat and Yom Tov. Blue Books. Blue Books. Blue Books. This is up here. Wow, test, test. So we counted 49 days already since the second day of Pesach. It's amazing how time flies by. I know. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to mention this tomorrow morning or the next morning, whatever, but so at the end of a holiday, it's called Atzeret. So like at the end of Sukkot, it's Shmini Atzeret. So a lot of the rabbis thought that Shavuot was really an extension in the end of Pesach, because it started in the counting of the Omer, and it's 7 weeks, and it started on Pesach, that Shavuot was the end of Pesach. So they called it, another name for Shavuot is called Atzeret, which means the final day that you should be able to celebrate. Ah, yes, Mimi. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. 7 weeks of mercy, no. Even God gave us a break on that one. Although the children of Israel, when you think about it, it was called the bread, Ochel Oni, which means the poor man's bread, that they even fed that matzah to the Hebrews during their slavery time, because it digested slow, whatever it was, and it was like a little torture, sort of. But it's called Lechem Oni, which means the bread of the poor person. Yes, Steve? So why is it dairy on Sukkah? That's a good question. I mentioned it last night, actually, at the meeting the other night.
So they said, and there's something in the Song of Songs that was written by King Solomon that says that you should have honey and milk under your tongue, which is compared to the Torah, and that it's compared to honey and milk under your tongue. So they say that that's the reason why we have dairy. The other reason is that when they were at Mount Sinai and that they learned about the laws of kashrut and meat, because they didn't have the laws yet. That was the 10 Commandments in the Torah. They didn't have anything up until that point. They just came out of Egypt. They said when they left Sinai and went home, they didn't have time to prepare meat in the normal, usual way, slaughtering it and doing this and koshering it. So they said the only thing they had left was to eat dairy foods. So that's another reason. That was the second reason why we eat dairy on the first night of Shavuot. So tomorrow night, Shabbat, you can have meat. It's only for the first night and the first day. So we eat cheese, we eat milk, dairy. So let's say if you're intolerant for dairy foods, so that's an issue. It just means don't eat meat. That's really what it says. And the other option, of course, is dairy or parve foods. Lila, do you have something? So Lila's asking what happens if Shavuot falls out on a Friday night. If it was to fall out on a Friday night, but I think the way they work the calendar, that the first night of Shavuot never falls out on a Friday night. So, but the next night, Friday night, which was going to be the second night of Shavuot, we have chicken and meat and whatever it is. I just want you to know that it actually says in the Torah, you shall eat meat and fish on Shabbat. So that could be interpreted as you know, in some Orthodox families, they have gefilte fish at the very beginning of their meal, and then they have the meat to satisfy the requirement of you shall eat meat and fish on Shabbat. My interpretation is, that's Bernie's interpretation, is that you shall eat meat and fish is that you have meat on Friday night, and then you have fish on Shabbat afternoon for your meal. And that way you'll satisfy both of those. So let's start our evening service. It's Shavuot, number 50 of the counting. So we rise. It's the Baruch Hu, page 28. Page 28 in the blue books. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated. Of course, we continue silently to the bottom of the page. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila lalai tzavot shemo, el chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. In 29 we sing together, Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha havta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shachvenu v'kumenu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu, v'yorech yameinu, uvahem nege yomam v'layla, v'yavat tasim imenu le'olamim, baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Page 30, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. You put Mokutu a little bit. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha בכל לבבך, בכל נפשך, וכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך ובביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשכבך ובקומך, וכשתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. And silently to the bottom of the page, I just want you to companion to the book of Satan language we learn. Sometimes I will not so much to the other make a man to my toes with למען ירבו ימיכם וימי בניכם על האדמה אשר נשבע אדוני אל אבותיכם לתת להם כמי השמיים על הארץ. And together on 31. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, הוריתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תתורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, Adonai Elohechem Emet. 32. Malchut Tobratzim Kiblu Aleihem. Moshe and Yisrael Lekanu Shira B'Simcha Rabba V'Amru Chulam Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai Mi Chamocha Nedar B'Kodesh Nora Tehilot Osei Fele Malchut Karuv Anecha Bokeyam lifnei Moshe, Ze'eli anu v'yamru, Adonai yimloch, Le'olam va'ed, V'nemar, Ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, U'galom yed chazak mimenu, Baruch at Adonai, Go'al Yisrael. And on 33, we read that paragraph together in English. Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace and awaken us again, our sovereign, to life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. God, our coming and our going, grant us life and peace now and always. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads the shelter of peace over us and over all his people Israel and over Jerusalem. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. Now if I ask you to rise, of course we skip the Vishamru, that's for tomorrow night. but we do Vayidaber, so I'm going to say it, and then you repeat after me. Vayidaber Moshe et Moadei Adonai el bnei Yisrael. And you, ready to Moshe with that? Thus Moses proclaimed the festivals of Adonai before the people Israel. Yitgadah v'yitgadah shmei Rabbah. Yalma divrakru tev yamlik malchute b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'gala uvizman karev v'immeru Yehi shmei Rabbah mivorach li'olam olam me'omaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekutsha richu li'ehela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran v'yalma v'yamaru. Amen. And I remain standing for the silent Amidah for Yom Tov. It's on page 41b, goes through page 44, and when you're done, you may be seated. Nice. Let's read together in the middle of page 44. My God, keep my tongue from evil and my lips from lies. Help me ignore those who would slander me. Let me be humble before all. Open my heart to your Torah that I might pursue your mitzvot. Frustrate the designs of those who plot evil against me. Make nothing of their schemes. Act for the sake of your compassion, your power, your holiness, and your Torah. Answer my prayer for the deliverance of your people. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock and my redeemer. Oh, say shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'yamaru, amen. And I'll cut a shalom, page 48. Yitgadal v'yitgadal shemei rabbah, v'alma divrakru teviam l'kmalkut v'chaye konu v'mekonu v'chay d'kol beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'zman kariv v'yamaru, amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach, li'alam alamei omaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitbar minaseh, v'yitadav v'yitalev v'yitalav shemei d'kutsha, brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tuzbechata v'nechamata, da'amiram b'yama v'yamaru. Amen. Titkabal tzalotahon uva'utahon d'chol Yisrael, kadam avuhon divishmaya v'yamaru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamaru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamaru. Amen. And now we rise for the Kiddush for Yom Tov. Well, I guess we're not passing out wine for tonight. Come tomorrow night, we'll have plenty of wine. And of course, there's a little slightly different tune. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol am. From amanu mikol lashon v'kiddishanu b'mitzvotav. Vati ten lanu Adonai Eloheinu v'yahava. Moagim l'simcha, chagim uzmanim l'sason. Et yom chag hashvuot hazeh, zman matan torotenu, mikra kodesh, zecher l'tziat mitzrayim. Kivanu v'chata, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim. Moedei kodshecha, B'simcha v'sason hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Yisrael v'hazmanim neshechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'higianu lazman hazeh. You may be seated. So at this time, we're going to give out some scholarships. I would like to invite Ellen Winokur to give out the first scholarship for the Winokur Family Scholarship. Yes, it's the one that says Winokur.
So I'd like to call Josh Lewis up.
Josh.
The Winokur Memorial Scholarship is in memory of Ina and Wolf Winokur, Holocaust survivors, and Joseph Winokur, creator of the Yom HaShoah Yellow Candle that began here at Temple Ner Tamid in 1986. Joe wanted a way to remember Holocaust victims that could be meaningful and symbolic. The original Yom HaShoah candle was made with yellow wax and put in a Yortzeit glass. The label around it had a yellow star symbolizing the yellow star that the Nazis forced the Jews to wear. In addition, the label had barbed wires symbolizing the concentration camps. This year's recipient of the Winokur Scholarship is awarded to Josh Lewis. Josh's experience on the Y to I trip last summer made an impact on him because he learned that what happened in the past could happen again. When he visited the Holocaust Remembrance Center in Jerusalem, he understood the true meaning of prejudice and discrimination. He compared anti-Semitism to bullying today. He stated that the Holocaust changed how he looks at others. I quote from Josh's essay from a quote from Israel Moore Ayivor, quote, "Knowledge is power, power provides information, information leads to education, education breeds wisdom, and wisdom is liberation." It is my pleasure to present Josh with the Winokur Memorial Scholarship. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite up Paula Dolan to give the Arnold Dolan Scholarship Award.
Good evening. This gives me great pleasure to call Josh Lewis up here. I have a very short little thing to say to you. It is with great pleasure to award you the Arnold Dolan Memorial Scholarship Award. Although not too many of the congregation can remember Annie, he was a Temple Ner Tamid staple. He would be very proud of you, as well as I am and everybody in here. So good luck to you. You're going to go to Innocent? Where are you going?
Peterson. Using Jesus Trace.
Good for you. We need people like you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, and here is yours. You can find it anybody would like. You're welcome.
And now I'd like to invite up Sue Callum to give the Goldie and Irving Perez Scholarship Award.
Unfortunately, I don't have much of a voice, so I really can't say much, but Josh, why don't you come back up? Just trying to stay there. I do want to thank both candidates who applied for the Porras Scholarship. I'm glad that I didn't have to make the decision and that the committee had to make the decision. Josh, the committee was very impressed with your essay and they wish you the best of luck. And on behalf of the Porras family, congratulations and good luck in school.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you for all the rewards, and I'm going to Peterson Trade School next year to be an electrician.
Now I'd like to invite up Steve Ring, who will give the Men's Club Scholarship Award. Who could this possibly be? Stevie. The microphone.
Mr. Karras is here? Okay. I know. Okay. We will recognize him when he comes. So, for the past 34 years, since 1971, as part of our commitment to the youth of our temple, the Men's Club has awarded scholarships to our temple youth who have been active in Jewish temple community life while excelling academically and scholastically. With this year's scholarships awards, we will have given out a total of $155,000, $155 and $50, $155,050, to 325 of our youth. And I know every single one of them, and some of these days are going to put up something with 325 names in this plaque somewhere, because it keeps growing every year. Our award criteria is based on two equal parts. One part is the student's Judaic achievements and accomplishments, and the other is the student's academic achievements and scholastic accomplishments. Neither their parents' financial situation or their parents' involvement, contributions, positions in the temple, or men's club or sisterhood is ever considered in our assessment. Our scholarship bylaws ensure that all temple youth who apply and meet our scholarship eligibility criteria will receive an award. The amount of award money we have available to us each year varies based on success of our December auction and our May raffle. So your continued support of our auction, shameless plug here, enables us to sustain our scholarship awards each year. Once again, we had successful fundraising last December, and we thank you. I would also like to thank the members of this year's scholarship committee for their efforts and dedication: Jay Golub, Russ Grossman, Alan Teitelbaum, and Joe Westerman. Now to award winners. As I read your name, please come forward and receive your award certificate. I'd like your family to rise and be recognized also. Okay? So we'll get Jason Karras first, and then when you come up, we'll give you Jason's. And when he comes in, we'll work. So Jason, son of Adam and Amy Karras, graduate of Masconomet Regional High School, and will be attending Emerson College, is that correct? For sports communication. The next Johnny Most. And Josh Lewis, go ahead, stand up, Mr. Lewis. Jay, stand up. Son of Jay Lewis, graduate of Peabody High. You're attending Salem State? Who?
Pearson Trade.
At Pearson Trade School for business management? Excellent. There you go. And we'll recognize it when he comes. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite up Esther Coffin to present the Sisterhood Scholarship Award.
It gives me great pleasure to be able to present the Sisterhood Scholarship this evening. The Sisterhood Scholarship is given to a student who is completing their freshman year in college, has good academic standing, and whose parents are members of the Temple, Sisterhood, or Men's Club. The applicants are asked to write a 500 to 750-word essay answering the question, how did your Jewish education influence your Jewish involvement during your freshman year in college? This year, we are presenting our scholarship to a very deserving young man, Joshua Comito. I have a lot more to say about you, so just stay here. In his essay, Joshua elaborated on how his Jewish education has played a significant role in shaping his identity and beliefs. His Jewish education has taught him the values that he carries with him throughout everything he does. These include confidence, compassion, and putting others above self. It has provided him with a strong sense of community and instilled in him the importance of carrying on rituals and traditions. Although Joshua's Jewish education began in preschool, it was during his middle and high school years at St. John's Prep where he became very involved in the Jewish community as a member of the SJP Jewish Student Union. He served as president and was awarded the Sonia Schreiber-White's Human Rights Award, presented to a member of the senior class who best exemplified qualities of courage, respect for human dignity, and willingness to speak out against anti-Semitism, racism, and all other forms of prejudice. In an effort to continue his involvement in the Jewish community at Bryant University, Joshua joined Brian Hillel, where he has attended Shabbat dinners, participated in programs, and supported their food drives and volunteer activities as they engage in Tikkun Olam. His Jewish knowledge has allowed him to teach his non-Jewish friends about the various holidays and customs. Joshua even organized his own tashlich with his non-Jewish friends as they tossed their bread into the campus pond. He also co-hosts a student-led radio show on campus where he has talked about being Jewish and shared holiday traditions, food, and recipes. In summary, Joshua wrote, and I quote, "Overall, my years of Jewish education has given me the foundation to be proud of my Jewish identity. It has encouraged me to continue to do my part to repair the world, advocate for others, talk about Jewish values, and give back to my community. With my freshman year of college almost over, I feel that I've been able to connect to a community and be successful in my studies because of all the Jewish values instilled in me since an early age. My Jewish education has also taught me so many different things about healing the world and Jewish traditions that it continues to spark me to become involved in the Jewish community in college." Joshua has made strong statements about how important his Jewish identity is in his life. How lucky we are to have young men like Joshua to represent the Jewish people now and in the future. Joshua, the Sisterhood of Temple Ner Tamid is impressed with your endeavors and is pleased to be able to support your continued success with this scholarship. That's she.
Amy. Our recipient has arrived. Wait, did you win the tennis match? No, that's okay. That's okay.
What?
My God, you're like
That's supposed
6
to say that was
inches
it.
taller than the last time I saw him.
I present Jason Karras. Son of Adam and Amy Karras, graduate of Mascom Regional High School, attending Emerson College for Sports Medicine. Next, Johnny Most. Sports communication, right? Sports communication. Well, that's announcing, right? Sports communication. You can be an announcer. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
These are men now. They're men. And I hope you continue to be part of our Jewish community. And obviously, these guys who received their awards today are a direct influence from their parents who taught them. As like it was in Josh's essay that he mentioned that. He said at an early age, he learned about Judaism and his heritage. And that's what it's all about. And that's why we appeal to you, grandparents. I'm saying grandparents because it doesn't mean it's over once your kids have a bar mitzvah. That even I realizing this on a personal level, I don't get too emotional, but I have granddaughters and a grandson. I feel an obligation that I need to continue to teach them Judaism, even though my daughters say, "Dad, I'm taking care of it, don't worry about it." But I want to make sure nothing's left out. So I appeal to you, all you grandparents and parents, to continue to teach your kids about your Jewish heritage. And don't stop, because they need that for themselves and for them to be able to grow as Jewish men and women in our community. So congratulations to all of the scholarship winners. And we're all very, very proud of you. So now if I can ask you to rise. No more Omer. Tonight, Shavuot. Page 51, the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shavech l'adon hakol, latet gidula liyotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu gerei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chalkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'anaknu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu Notesh Shemayim B'Yosei Haaretz, Hu Moshe V'Yikaro B'Shemayim Mima'al, Hu Shchinatu Zo B'Gavei Meromim, Hu Eloheinu Ein Od, Emet Malkeinu Efes Ulato, Kakatu B'Torato, V'yadata Hayom, V'yashevota El Levavecha, Ki Adonai Hu Elohim, B'Shamayim Mimal, V'yal Haaretz, Mitachad Ein Od. Can I go a little bit more? Kakatu b'Toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'nema v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, u'shemo echad. You may be seated. Mourners and those observing your side, page 52, Mourners Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malkutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'galau v'zman kariv v'yamru amen, yehei shmei rabbam neborach le'olam, omei omei. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, shemei d'kucha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, ta'amiram bi'alma v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. So we usually don't have formal announcements on a Thursday night, although it's Shavuot, but just to let you know, tomorrow morning at Temple B'nai Abraham, all of us here are going to be going there for services that start tomorrow at 9 a.m. And if you come late, 9:15, that's okay. And then, of course, Friday night, this Shabbat, tomorrow night, is our service at 8 p.m. It is still Shavuot, so we cut out this, we add in that, whatever. I hope you can all join us for that. And then Shabbat morning, we start at 9 a.m. because it's Yom Tov and it's Shavuot. We have a little extra prayers we have to do. We're going to do Hallel. We're going to do Yisker as well. So I hope those of you who want to say Yisker, and you really should come on Saturday morning for that as well. And B'nai Abraham will come and join us here at our temple. So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. at B'nai Abraham, Friday night here at 8 p.m., Shabbat morning, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. And then you go out to eat on Saturday night, whatever you want to do. Page 53, Yigdal. Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach limtza v'yein et el metziuto echad v'yen yachid ki yichudon elam v'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut hagufi ein no guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon l'chol davar asher nira Rishon v'yein reshit le'reshito hino adon olam b'chol notzar yoreh gedulato malchuto shefa nevuato netano elanche segulato v'tifarto lo kom b'Yisrael k'moshe od Navi umabit et temunato, Torah temet natan liamoel, al yad neviyo neman beito, lo yachalifa el, velo yamidato, Liolamim lezulato, Sofevio deya sitarenu, Mabit lesof davar bekadmato, Gomel ish chesed kemifalo, Noten lerashara kirishato, Yishlach leketzi amin mishichenu, Lifto mechakeket Yeshuato, Meitim Yechayael Berov Chasto, Baruch Adeyat Shem Tehilato, Meitim Yechayael Berov Chasto, Baruch Adeyat Shem Tehilato. Good Yontif, everybody, and glad you all came this evening. That concludes our service.